All right, BG crew, good morning. It is Thursday morning, August 28th, and I just wrapped up a really good recovery workout, and you'll see that workout right after this. But what I wanted to do for you guys today, and especially for the new subscribers or even the old subscribers who have not seen my gym tour videos, we are going to do another gym tour, a full gym tour of the basement gym and then, of course, the outside gym. And while I go through this gym tour, I'm going to go over some of the history because this equipment that I have, which I'm so grateful to have, has some amazing history that comes along with it. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that today. But without further ado, let's start the gym tour. I am downstairs in the basement and I'm sitting what I would consider kind of the main floor of the gym. And we're going to start out with our dumbbell rack. So what I have here is a beautiful dumbbell rack of that good old-fashioned pig iron, and we have dumbbells going from 35s up to 150s, and then I have some other dumbbell racks that I'll show you today, one outside, and then of course one in the back of the gym here down in the basement. But these dumbbells are absolutely amazing. I love these dumbbells. Again, 35s up to 150s. I have some miscellaneous dumbbells in the back. And these are just amazing dumbbells. If you're familiar with the old plate welded dumbbells, these are just that. They're literally plates. I got 5s and 10s that are all welded onto a dumbbell, and they're just an amazing set of dumbbells. Again, like I said, 35s up to 150s. Now the history, let's start here with the history. And again, most of what you'll see today has the history. So the majority, I would say 90% of the equipment, including the dumbbells and some of the machines and different things, the benches and different things that you see today, all have a pretty amazing history to them. So let's start and talk about that. And we'll start, of course, with the dumbbells. So in my area, which is, again, in the Northeast, in the New England, in Western Massachusetts, we had some pretty, back in the day, some pretty big amateur bodybuilding influence in the area. Amateur bodybuilding was pretty big back in the day. And the equipment that I have, excuse me, and the equipment that I have, the majority of what you'll see today was at an old gym called Better Bodies way back in the day. This equipment then moved over to a gym called Bodyworks, where I then came in back in the early 2000s, ended up purchasing a lot of the equipment that you see here from Bodyworks way back in my teenage years. Back in 2000, let's say 2002, 2003 range is when I purchased the equipment, put it into storage, and again, that's a whole nother story in itself. But nonetheless, the equipment that I bought started at Better Bodies, moved over to Bodyworks. So we're talking way back in the 90s, late 80s, I would say. Again, I don't have the greatest timeline of the history of this. Again, you know how, again, the game telephone can play a role in how equipment comes about and different things like that. But either way, the history of this. So Mike Katz. If you're familiar with Mike Katz, Mr. Universe, obviously he was in the movie Pump and Iron, which most of us are very familiar with. And then also, I'm pretty sure he was awarded a Lifetime Achievement Award this year at the Arnold Classic. But either way, Mike Katz had a connection to the area. And with amateur bodybuilding being presented or present in my area, and Mike Katz having that connection to this area, Mike Katz would MC the amateur bodybuilding shows in my area. And as most of you know, with amateur bodybuilding shows comes what we call guest posing. And guest posing is usually an IFBB pro or some famous, we'll call it so-called famous bodybuilder, excuse me, would come to MC the show. And Mike Katz would come and guest pose for the show. And being that Mike Katz was connected to the area, Mike Katz being the MC for these amateur bodybuilding shows in my area would bring a guest poser. Now Mike Katz having the connections with Arnold and many others, he had the connections of some pretty amazing bodybuilders back in the day who would come to my area and guest pose. And so when they would come and guest pose, obviously it would be on a weekend. They would either fly in or travel up, however that was set up. And then they would go to the gym that Mike Katz was connected with, which was Better Bodies, and they would train on the same equipment that I have to this day. So I have not only, people like Mike Katz, it's been rumored like Lee Haney, some of the greats have all touched this equipment that I have in my gym. So again, just an amazing history to it, because obviously they would train before the show or during the weekend, whenever the amateur bodybuilding competition was staged for, they would train. And Mike Katz would train, and I actually had the opportunity of meeting Mike Katz years and years and years ago. I have an autographed picture of Mike Katz. And again, I'm not the biggest bodybuilding fan. I am a huge fan of training in general, and obviously good old-fashioned, old-school pig iron barbells and dumbbells. So again, I had an opportunity to meet Mike Katz and spend some time with him and learn a little bit more about this equipment and different things like that. But nonetheless, the stuff that you see, including the dumbbells, which is a part of the gym tour, has some pretty amazing history to it, and I just could not be more grateful. So with that, here are the dumbbells. I love them. They're great. I have a bench that I'm sitting on. I have an incline bench in the back. I have a military press bench as well, a 90-degree bench as well, or fairly 90 degrees for military pressing, which is over here. I'll show you that in a moment. But this is what I consider the main floor of the gym, is where the dumbbells are. And then what we're going to do is we're going to move over to the other side here, and I'm going to show you the bench, the squat bench combo, and then I have some weight trees over here. But starting right out on the main floor are beautiful dumbbells and a little bit of the history. So just again, as I go through this gym tour, just kind of think about the history, and I might hit some more points of some historical pieces of some of this equipment. But nonetheless, let's get rolling and move into the next piece of this amazing gym tour. All right, so now we're back over here, still on what I would consider the main floor. It's not very big in here, but it's just enough. I mean, I always say this: there's always enough space for a gym. You can always make room for equipment. Somehow, some way, you can always make room. So we're over here on the bench squat combo. Not sure if you can see the entire thing, but I tried to get most of it in the camera. So I'm sitting on the bench combo, the bench squat combo, and obviously this is a great piece of equipment. This is a bench and squat combo, like I just said. So this goes from, you can bench out of it, and then you can also take the bench out of it. And then it has the higher arms up here for a squat rack. Love this piece, absolutely amazing. This bench for me just has some amazing lifts done on it. I was able to bench 800 pounds out of this bench squat combo. I've squatted in the 800s out of this as well, walking out of this. And so just an amazing piece of equipment. It's rated for 1,000 pounds. Both arms are rated for 1,000 pounds. You have your safeties down here. Just a great piece of equipment. Absolutely love it. And very convenient, especially for a home gym, to be able to turn your bench into a squat rack is just an amazing, as far as saving space and whatnot. So if you're ever looking to buy a piece of equipment and want to spend a little bit of money, definitely get yourself a bench squat combo. From there, just over here, we'll point, and I don't know how well you can see everything over here, but I have some slam balls, which go from 15 pounds up to 50. And then I have a jump box made by Titan Fitness. And then I have some more slam balls, medicine balls by Titan from 14 to 20 pounds. And the jump box has become more of a coffee table for us down here than anything. So you'll see my shake over there, my drink, and a few other things over there on the jump box. But either way, this is a great piece of equipment. I actually acquired this bench squat combo from Basement Brandon, which is a YouTuber out there. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him. He's a power lifter, works out in his basement. And I was actually bought this piece from him, got a great price, could not be more thankful for the price that I got for it. But again, Basement Brandon, thank you, appreciate it, still using it, really like it, really love the piece. But either way, here's another piece of history to the equipment. Basement Brandon has a fairly decent following and has been doing YouTube for a very long time, and I believe to this day is still doing it. So again, shout out to Basement Brandon. But this bench squat combo came from his basement as he was turning over equipment for his home gym. So a great piece of equipment and another piece of history to the equipment that I have down here in the basement. So let's move on to the next pieces and continue this amazing gym tour. All right, guys. So what I wanted to do is I'm kind of tucked away in here. Again, not the biggest space, but definitely doable for a gym for sure. But I wanted to share with you is one of the several weight trees that I have. So I have these stacked with 45s, 25s, 10s, 5s, and I have some 2.5s. I also have I have 2 record breaker plates. But again, these weight trees, these plate trees are stacked with York Olympic standard plates. Again, some old school, good old fashioned York plates. Absolutely love these plates. I have some other plates that are out in the outside gym, which I'll show you in just a little bit. But I have 1, 2, 3 weight trees full down here of plates. And these are amazing. Also, on the back, I don't know if you can see this, but I have some more York standard Olympic plates. And then I also have 2 100-pound York plates as well. So I have 2 of these sitting back on the bench squat combo weight tree that's on the back of this. It helps keep the bench in place. Obviously putting those 100-pound plates on each side. Then I have a 45 on each side. But I have some 100-pound plates as well over here. But these York Standard Olympic plates, these are awesome. Absolutely love them. If you're familiar with old school iron, you'll know that these are some of the best plates that you can get. And again, several weight trees, 45s, 25s, 10s, 5s, and 2.5. So just wanted to share that with you as we continue going through this gym tour. All right, moving on to the next piece is the pec deck. This is one of the originals. This has the same history that I talked about over when we talked about the dumbbells. Tons of history. Some of the greats have trained on this pec deck. Just an amazing piece. I absolutely love it. It is just a savage piece of equipment. Goes up to 210 pounds. And just a great piece of equipment. Runs smooth. It's an old piece, but it just runs smoother than ever. Absolutely love it. It was definitely one of the more difficult pieces to get down here in the gym. But you'll see even today I used it for rear delts. But absolutely love this piece of equipment. The seat adjusts to any kind of setup that you want. And it's just an amazing. You see it's got the 2 handles on it. Again, giving you a variety of variation. With the 2 grips on it as well. Just a great piece of equipment. But this one, I absolutely love it. And when I bought this equipment, I had to have it. I just spent so much time on it, and it was just a great piece of equipment. And really thankful for this. I love this pec deck, but great piece of equipment. So with that, let's keep moving on through this gym tour. All right, as we continue to move through, we're moved over to the half power rack. So we are in the half power rack. This is a TDS piece of equipment. It's a half power rack, so again, perfect for a home gym. This has the capability to turn into a full rack with obviously an attachment for a full rack, but the half rack is just perfect. I do so many things out of this. Obviously, military pressing, bench pressing, rack pulls, squatting. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. You've seen most of the videos of some of the work that we've done in here, but I love this piece of equipment. Just an amazing piece of equipment. Actually, this came from a very good friend of mine that we used to train with way back in the day, especially when I had when I opened up a small gym. This person was a part of a powerlifting team that we put together, and unfortunately passed away some years ago. And I was able to, have his half rack. So again, there's a lot of history to this half rack, and just again some sentimental value to it as well. And it's just a great piece of equipment, solid. TDS just made some great equipment back in the day especially for home gyms. It was not your huge commercial size equipment, but at the same time, it was smaller than commercial equipment, but just could take a beating, right? So you could just beat the equipment up. It was, you could use it in a commercial gym where it'd get a ton of wear and tear and still hold up. The TDS equipment, I have another piece of TDS equipment, which I'll show you guys in just a moment. But this half rack is pretty amazing. I'm sitting on the military bench press. or the military bench as well. You'll see the chains that I have here. Use those so often, but absolutely love this piece of equipment. And this section of the gym is just where I get so much work done, and absolutely just an amazing piece. But the half power rack is just a great piece of equipment. So if you're looking to invest in something that you want to fit in a small space, getting a half power rack is just a great way to go. There's so many different things you can do on it. So yeah, just really love this part of the gym. So with that, guys, we'll keep rolling and keep showing you some more of the pieces of the parts of the gym. All right, next section of the gym is the deadlift section. So I am on my homemade deadlift platform. This platform is a piece, you can't really see it in the video, but if you look back through previous deadlift videos, you'll definitely get a better look at it. I made this platform out of 2x6s and just some 2x4s. It probably, I would say this platform weighs about 300 pounds. It is just a beast of a platform that I made. 2x6 decking, 2x4s all the way through it. Nailed in, nailed in tight. I also have some band attachments that I made from some eye bolts and whatnot that work really well. Obviously, see in the back here is the trap bar, but this deadlift platform has been with me throughout my home gyms and throughout just my time training away from commercial gyms. Was one of the first things that I built was to have a platform that was even, and so that wherever I went, I could set it up somehow to even it out, regardless of the flooring or what have you, wherever I was. And again, I also was able to set up the band attachments on here as well. So I needed that. Just a great piece to add for the deadlift. We have obviously some more York plates. We have our Texas deadlift bar that we pull off of. I have some weight jacks or barbell jacks to jack the weights off of the floor to load the plates on. I have 2 of those. And just a great piece of equipment, or a great piece of the gym to have this platform. Durable. I mean, I've dropped over 800 pounds on this for sure. And it works. It really works. It's heavy. Definitely a difficult piece to get down here in the gym, but it's definitely a much needed piece. And you'll definitely see in previous videos, if you watch our deadlift videos, you'll see that we pull off this quite often. And it's just a great piece of equipment. So with that, let's keep rolling on this gym tour. All right, guys, we are over on the Preacher Curl, which is again another historical piece of equipment that I have acquired. This was obviously a lot of the stuff that you see with the red covering has that history that I talked about earlier when we talked about the dumbbells. So the pec deck, the benches, this Preacher Curl. But this is an awesome Preacher Curl. Absolutely love it. Had to have it when I purchased the equipment. We have our various belts on here right now. But either way, this is a great Preacher Curl. It adjusts, the seat adjusts, the rack adjusts up and down to obviously this adjusts. I mean, the whole thing moves. And it's a heavy piece of equipment too for what is. Pound for pound, I would say this is probably one of the heaviest pieces I have. This is definitely made old school way, indestructible, right? So this Preacher Curl, absolutely love it. Use it as often as possible. I have the Easy Bar on here, which we use very often. Just used it recently during a training day this week. But you have the Easy Bar on here. You can do dumbbells, you can do Easy Bar, you can do barbell. I mean, you can do so many different variations on here. You can also sit backwards on this with your back against this, and I've done different movements, overhead extensions. There's so many different things you can do on this. On this Preacher Curl setup. So just a great piece of equipment, and again, once again, just a ton of history to this piece as well. So absolutely grateful for it. So let's keep rolling through the gym tour. All right, guys. So we're headed in the back of the gym now, and I am currently sitting on the TDS cable pull down machine. Hopefully you can see it. It's right here. I have various attachments for it, D handle. I have some more, wide grip variation pull downs. This one that actually came with the piece. I have the original pull right here that I actually acquired with the equipment. She's yelling at me. And then, of course, I have various attachments down here, which, again, are for mainly triceps and different things like that. But great piece of equipment. Another piece that I got from TDS, which I've had for so many years. I did not acquire this with the gym equipment, but I did acquire this over time, knowing that I needed some kind of cable machine. Love this piece. Again, made by TDS, same maker of the half rack. Just some great equipment, durable, can take a beating, and this is plate loadable, so it is rated for, I don't even know, I've had over 300 pounds on it, and I've, as you know, most of you know, I snapped the cable recently, but I had it a long time before that cable snapped. And then also, going to kind of go over the whole back here with you, so since we're kind of in this area, you'll see in the back another rack of dumbbells. I have 85s, I have, what else over here? I have 85s, I have 95s, 75s, 30s, another set of 35s, all the way down to 5 pound or 2.5 pound dumbbells in the back here. And then over here, if you can see it, is another weight tree full of the York standard Olympic plates, completely full of 45s, 10s, 5s, 25s, 2.5s. So again, another weight tree. That makes 3 weight trees down here that I have full of the York plates. Really, really awesome. So very, very happy of that. Very, very grateful for that. But again, this is that back section of the gym. You had the dumbbells up front. Then we moved over to the pec deck, the half rack, the deadlift platform, the preacher curl. And now we're in the back here in the section where my cable pull down is, some more dumbbells, and then we're going to show you in just a moment over on this side another piece of equipment, and then you'll probably be able to see the weight tree a little bit better. But again, really, really cool, and the history with what you're about to see, including the dumbbells in the back, again, is the same history that I talked about earlier in the video. So let's continue this gym tour and show you another piece of the gym. Okay guys, we're on the other side of where the TDS cable pull down is, and I am sitting on, I'm sorry if you can't see a lot of this stuff in the video. I'm trying to get it as close as possible so you can get a good idea of the equipment, but I may be a little too close as far as the video goes, so you can't really see too much. But nonetheless, I have a leg curl machine that I'm sitting on, made by Body Solid. This is one of 2 pieces that I have made by Body Solid, which is a old school equipment manufacturer. They make some amazing equipment. This leg curl is absolutely awesome, but I love using this leg curl. It comes into play for so many different things. For hamstrings and how important hamstrings are when we talk about deadlift and squat and different things like this. I've even curled out of it. And then over here again is that weight tree. I don't know if you can see it, but this is the weight tree. But this leg curl machine is absolutely amazing. And like I've said several times in the video, this leg curl machine, just like many other pieces, has the same history that I talked about earlier in the video. Some of the greats have trained on this leg curl machine, so just amazing with that. So with that, guys, that kind of wraps up the dungeon, the basement portion of the gym. We're going to head outside, and I'm going to show you the outside gym. All right, guys, now we're outside in the outside gym, and the first place we're starting is in this old school power rack weight tree combo. You can see in the back here, it is full of weights, plates. This is a weight tree and then a power rack, very old school power rack. This piece of equipment did come with the original pieces, like I said, so same history attached to this bad boy. Absolutely love this. So many different things you can do out of it. It's a little tough to squat out of because you have to walk out so far to get away from, obviously, the weight racks here. But nonetheless, just a great piece of equipment, solid. I do so many things out of this. We have one of the original barbells around here, or right here, that came with the gym as well when I bought it.
Just a great barbell. It's been through a lot. It's a little bent, but still works really, really well. I love using this barbell right here for shrugs. But again, here is another power rack variation piece of equipment with a weight tree on the back to hold some plates. Just a great addition for the outside gym. It was once in a basement gym that I had, but I can't fit it downstairs. So here it is outside getting use, and absolutely love it. Just a great piece of equipment. All right, guys, so we're moving over to one of the benches that I have out here. So this will be one of the 3 benches if you include the bench combo downstairs, the bench squat combo downstairs in the basement. I have another bench over here. And then, of course, all the racks and different apparatus, the half rack, this rack with the weight tree that I just showed you, the monolith, which I'll show you in just a moment, they all can turn into benches. So I have many, many ways to bench. But the bench I'm sitting on right now is one of the original benches that I bought from the gym, as I said, with tons of history attached to it. But this piece of equipment has even more history and sentimental history to it. The bench that I'm sitting on was once owned by Fred Pfister. Now, if you're not familiar with Fred, definitely check him out on Open Powerlifting. You could see some of his numbers. Legendary deadlifter back in the day. Won numerous powerlifting meets. Pound for pound, probably one of the greatest deadlifters of the time. Fred, I think one of his best numbers was a 584 deadlift at 148 in the 148 weight class. Unfortunately, Fred passed away from suicide years and years ago. This was the bench that was down in his basement that went to the gym that I purchased the equipment at, and I was fortunate enough to get this bench. It is just absolutely amazing. I've done so many amazing lifts out of this bench, and again, being that it was once owned by Fred Pfister is just an amazing thing. Definitely check out the name, but this is just an amazing piece of equipment, and although it doesn't look like much, it is definitely a beast of a bench. I've had well over 700 pounds on this bench, and just an absolutely amazing piece of equipment and bench, and tons of history to this piece as well. So just a great part of the gym. Moving over to one of the other benches. This bench right here is the old school Forza powerlifting bench. This is an amazing bench. Has a lot of history to it as well. Being that this is one of those old school Forzas that were, obviously is probably one of the earlier types of Forzas. If you look at some of the Forza benches now, they look nothing like this. There is no adjustments. There is only one platform in the back. There is no way to raise the arms up and down. It is straight the way it is. There is nothing you can do with this bench other than the fact that it will hold a ton of weight. A matter of fact, a world record was done on this bench. 860-pound world record was done on this Forza bench in an APA meet years ago. So just an amazing piece of equipment, tons of history. And if you're familiar with Forza benches, I mean, they are just legendary for making some amazing powerlifting benches with obviously now they make them with tons of bands attachments, adjustable arms, great safeties, just an amazing bench making company. But this is one of the Forza benches. I have it painted. It's been many different colors. I have it painted purple. It was for an event that we did years and years ago that the color scheme was purple, so we painted it. But it's just a great piece of equipment, and Forza just obviously is a name in its own for making great benches. But love this piece. Would like to do more out of it. The problem is that because it doesn't adjust up and down, it's really hard for me, giving my arm length, to unrack things. I'm almost in a skull crusher position, if that makes sense. So it's pretty difficult to take some heavy weight out of, but it is a beast of a machine, or a beast of a piece of equipment, and definitely fortunate to have this one as well. All right, over on the other bench, this is our incline bench. Completely adjustable right up into a military press, and then of course into a very low, what I'll call low incline bench. Great piece of equipment. Absolute beast of equipment. What I love about this piece is it actually has a spotter platform to stand on. So you can actually have a platform to stand on to spot someone out of this bench. This was one of the original pieces that I purchased from the gym that, again, has that amazing history to it. Just absolutely love this. It was probably, outside of the dumbbells, probably my second pick to purchasing when I bought the equipment from the gym. Absolutely love this piece of equipment. It is absolute beast. There's two. It provides two places for safety arms. So again, if you're working out alone and you have to dump the weight, the safeties are there for you. But of course, like I said, the back with the platform for a spotter to stand on just makes this piece so amazing. Absolutely love it. Just a great piece of equipment and getting tons of work out of this. And again, like I said, it goes right up into a military press. So this seat goes up until you're basically 90 degrees, which is great. So again, military press, incline bench. You've seen me do many different things out of this. I use it as kind of a power rack for some movements. So many different things to be done out of this, and absolutely love this piece. So with that, let's keep moving on to the next piece. All right, guys, moving over into the next piece is our old school Smith machine, and this is, they're all my favorite, but this one is a great piece as well. This Smith machine came with the original purchase from the gym that I talked about, so it carries all that history with it. This piece is just absolutely amazing. What I love about this Smith machine is not only is it old school, but it's also straight weight. So there's no mechanism in this or any friction mechanism to make this any lighter than what it is. This bar, this is a 45-pound barbell, and then the two hooks that allow it to attach, so the two hook attachments plus the barbell, so 45-pound barbell and then 20 pounds a piece on these attachments, these hooks. So these are 20 pounds a piece, making this straight weight starting out at 85 pounds, which I love, which you don't find with many Smith machines these days at all. Just an absolute beast of a piece of equipment. Get so many things done out of this, from bench press to triceps to shrugs to partial deadlifts. Good morning, everything gets done out of this. Military press, of course, but just a great piece of equipment, tons of history, and just one of those old school things, indestructible piece of equipment. Absolutely love it. And with that, let's move into the next piece. Is the monolith. So yes, I do. I have a monolith in the outside gym. Absolutely love this. If you're familiar with powerlifting and squatting, the monolith is a great piece of equipment to have. Very grateful to actually have one. I actually purchased this with the gym that I opened. So this actually did not come with the original equipment. This came with a gym that I opened some years ago when we were powerlifting a lot, and this was essential for obviously squatting, so you didn't have to walk the weight out and adjust up and down with a jack that kind of jacks it up and down. And this is just amazing. Again, all you do is pick the weight up, drop the arms so you don't have to walk the weight out, especially when you're squatting really heavy. Drop the arms back in, rack it. Just a great piece of equipment. This was actually made by State of the Art, one of their original monoliths that they made. We were fortunate enough to get our hands on it. It is one of the original ones that State of the Art has made, and we have it, and it's an absolute beast. Just, again, indestructible piece of equipment, and great for, again, like I said, not having to walk out those heavy squats. Very fortunate to have this piece of equipment. And there's so many different things that I do on this as well. So squat, bench, I mean, we've done so many triceps, so many different things have been done on this. Again, just another rack to have, but also, again, making it that monolith for, again, when you unrack it, you don't have to walk the squat out. So just a great piece of equipment. Very grateful to have it, and amazing that I can put it out here in the outside gym and get it used. So with that, let's jump into the next piece. Okay, our other set of, or rack of dumbbells for the outside gym. We have some lighter weights down there. I believe those are 10s or 15s, but the top weights go from 25 up to 55. These came with the original dumbbell set that I have downstairs. Both those sets that you saw in the far back of the gym, and then of course on what I call the main floor. These are some more of those dumbbells. So again, same history and historical value, let's say. to these dumbbells. Absolutely love them. Grateful to have them. And I get many questions about, why are you leaving your equipment outside? Is it going to rust? Oh, of course it's going to rust. It is what it is. I mean, this equipment, I'd rather be using it outside because I can't fit it downstairs. I'd rather be using it outside than have it just sit somewhere and just kind of sit away and not be used at all. So grateful that I'm using it rather than having it just sit. So another great piece of the gym. Again, the historical value comes with these dumbbells. Absolutely love them. And it's great that we have a dumbbell rack outside so we can use it when we're outside training. So just another great piece of the gym. And with that, we're almost done, guys. Just a few more pieces to show you, and we'll wrap this thing up. Okay, we are in the garage where I do some cooking. If you've seen some of the videos, we're in the back part of the garage, and I am sitting on another great piece that once again has a ton of history to it. This is the old school Body Solid leg extension. Just have not found a place for it yet. Something I kind of don't want to put outside, although I just said, I'd rather get used, but we do come in here and use it. I am trying to see if I can fit it downstairs at some point, kind of procrastinating on that. But either way, it is out in the garage and we use it from time to time. But again, just another one of these great pieces of equipment made by Body Solid. Old school, it runs smooth, it's great, it's awesome for your quads, doing leg extensions. Just really love this piece. This is the same maker that made the leg curl, so two pieces of leg equipment made by Body Solid. Just a great piece of equipment and very fortunate to have, and absolutely love this piece of equipment. But again, here's the leg extension out in the garage, just another part of the gym. And just like the leg curl and all the other pieces, this carries that same history with it as well. So just very grateful for this one as well. And with that, we have just one more piece of the gym to show you, and we'll wrap this thing up. Almost forgot, guys. I did want to show you real quick that I do have a log. It's made by Titan. I use it from time to time. Probably should use it more often, but again, just wanted to show you real quick that on the back of the monolith here, we do have a log for pressing and various other movements. But again, made by Titan, pretty cool piece of equipment. Really like it. But again, just didn't want to forget to show you this before I show you the last piece. But yeah. All right, and as we wrap this gym tour up, I'm going to wrap it up with our cardio section. Here is our treadmill, and this is something that I have not been doing often, but did a lot of during the 100-day cut. But just another piece of the gym. I'm inside, and again, I have some cardio equipment. Well, one piece. I do have a treadmill downstairs. I don't know if you saw it in the video. It doesn't work. It just sits in the back corner. This one works great and becomes very important when it's time to cut, or just in general for recovery and getting my steps in, so to speak. But yeah, so this is the treadmill, the cardio portion of the gym. And with that, I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Definitely love to share some passion with you guys about this gym. And again, like I've always said, very fortunate to have an amazing home gym. And I always get this question a lot is, how much did you pay for the gym? Well, let's just say I got a great deal. Was very close to the owner when they closed the gym, and was able to purchase the equipment for less than $2,500. The majority of it. The most expensive piece was the dumbbell rack from 2.5s all the way up to 150. I think I spent just over $1,000 for that, and then all the other pieces came out to about, again, total was about $2,500. I mean, I bought the Smith machine for $175. I bought the Incline bench that you saw outside for $125. I mean, it just, I could not be more grateful. You guys are probably going to hate me for saying that. And then a lot of the other pieces, like the bench squat combo, the monolith, there are many other pieces that didn't come with the original purchase that I kind of acquired over the years, and I've just kind of acquired it. So really fortunate. But with that, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the video, and we will see you for the next workout.